Hi, I'm Jill Jenkins and I'm the teacher at Park Terrace Kindergarten, and we just wanted to tell a story of children and using their voice to promote some exceptional learning. One day the children were carrying water from the pump at the back, and they carried it up over the hill to water the garden beds, and they were naturally spilling water on the way and discovered that they'd made a wonderful muddy puddle at the bottom of the hill. So they decided creatively that they were going to run their trucks through the muddy puddle and create sheets of muddy water, which was awesome fun, and it continued for some time. And I noticed that the water was tracking around the hill and going through to the junior primary school, which is next door to us, and the mud from our hill was actually going into their yard. So I used the provocation of if we're going to keep playing that game, then the junior primary school are going to end up with our hill, and is that what they wanted to happen? That group of children decided that's exactly what they would like to happen. They wanted to destroy the hill. And so then I said again, there's a problem because the hill doesn't just belong to you, it belongs to all of the children at our kindy. And so we needed to tell them about their play and see whether it was okay to keep playing the game. The other group voted and decided very strongly that they wanted to save the hill. So they made signs and did some wonderful learning about looking after and protecting the hill. Over time, the children decided they still wanted to play their game, so they started to use the back area along the back fence, and after a short period of time started to unearth the underground watering system. So we said, you know, we still think it's a great game and there's lots of really fantastic learning. We want you to be able to play the game, but we can't play it here either, so where can we play it? We suggested we went over that side of the kindy, but that's the road, and they very rightly said that that was not a good idea because it wasn't safe to play on the road. And then we went once again to the junior primary school. There's space over there, but they didn't have any mud, and they'd already given us so much land. So we tried to problem solve again, and they noticed that back through beyond the back fence, there was an area of land that could be used for their game. We talked about who owned the land that they was playing on, and they said, we do. And I said, well, who owns the land on the other side of the fence? And they said, we don't know. And I said, I don't either, but I know where we can find out. So that group of children went to the Port Lincoln Council chambers, and the secretary behind the desk brought up on the computer screen a beautiful image of the land and said that it belongs to the Crown. It was Crown land, and the council looks after it. And if we wanted to access that land, we would need to talk with council. So we rang them, and the mayor came to visit, and they told the mayor their problem and that they needed to have that land to play their game. And then he said, well, there's a process you need to use, and you need to put in a deposition at a council meeting. Two of the children from that group went along to the council meeting, told the council about their issue, and then they said that they would let us know what the council decided. Unfortunately, that issue still hasn't been resolved yet. Now, this very condensed story of a very long project, which happened over years actually, because one of the children said that it's okay that council was going to take a long time because his sister Ivy was coming to kindy, and then she would be able to play out there. Unfortunately, Ivy too has been to kindy and moved on, so we're waiting for their little brother Lenny, and hopefully council will have made the decision for them by then. Children drove that project, and were highly engaged. They continue to be engaged. Through that fence, they keep saying, can we use the land yet? And we're saying, no, they still haven't made a decision. And one of the children said, well, I think they should just shut up and let us play. And I think sometimes as adults, we need to listen to the children and allow them to play and explore. Thank you.